Today again is Black Friday because we like to practice participating and supporting that black business. We want to raise the total community without a doubt. And the only way to do it is to do it. All right. I'm gonna bow out real quick. I'm gonna make sure all this sound is sounding good for these young people. We're gonna let them come around table. The guests didn't come up, so maybe we're gonna have one of you guys step right here. I'm gonna have one of you guys sit over here. So then that way you guys talk back and forth. So let them coordinate. Ambria, that's right. Ambria birthday today. She is 18. Yeah, she's at the head of the table. Oh yeah, 18. And bro, you can sit right there if you want to, or no, she's kind of shy. No, you want to be at their birthday girl? Okay, yeah. So she want to be in the limelight today. She does hair. If you need your hair done, yeah, she does hair. You see how good my hair look? You know what I mean? She did my hair today. Yeah, you just looked at it, and the afro just popped out just like that. You know what I mean? So that's how good she is, y'all. Yeah, she's gonna be a future beautician, and also she's gonna be a model too, right?
An actress.
Same thing, actress, model, same thing. You're gonna be in front of the camera. All right, Omaha, Nebraska. Like I said, our guests are coming in. They're about 5 minutes, run 5 minutes late, but they're gonna be here. I just want to get the young people acclimated, and then we're going to get rocking and rolling. It is 10:03. I'm going to have my man, hold on a second. Brother Jones, you want to come on this side? I'm going to have you come on this side also. I'm going to take this mic, and then y'all guys can kind of scoot in, and so that way, or scoot that way, so you guys have the mic. There we go. I'm gonna let them do their thing. I'm gonna bow out. I got the music playing low in the background, so you can still get some rhythm. Please tell somebody to share the show. It's the first one, y'all. So, there we go. We got one of the guests coming in. So you can go back on over there. I'm gonna have David sit here. All right. So yeah, we got our first guest coming in. David, you sit right here where I'm at, David. Okay. So I'm gonna move, and then I'm gonna engineer for everybody real quick. Their first guests have stopped in, David Mitchell. And so, like I said, this is the young people first show. We're going to be doing this. We're going to start it on Fridays for the next 6 weeks. And then we're going to transition it to Saturdays school starts, because we want to continue to give young people a voice. And if you we want to get different voices from different high schools. So we got a few high schools are already representing. So we're missing some high schools like South and Bryan and Millard schools, Papillion. We want to get all the high schools represented to, give support on what's going on from the young people's perspective. Welcome to the Team Boss Party. All right. David, you can sit right here, brother. And then we're going to let the young people get right in the dialogue. The mics are on, Jaquez, so you guys can fire away. The second guests are coming upstairs. The birthday girls got to move out. And then we're going to get both of these guys in. Since we got some music by Shamari, we're gonna play one of his cuts real quick, yes. and then we're gonna lead into the interview. All right. So check out this cut, man, because these are young. Oh yeah, and I don't care if you're white, black. I don't care if you're Indian black. You're black. I don't care if you're brown, you're black. Everybody black in here today. We brothers and sisters, without a doubt, and everybody is young black visionaries. All right. That's what we're doing it here. All right. So let me cue this up, y'all, and then we're gonna jam for a little bit. We'll get everybody coordinated, and then we're gonna start this show, y'all. All right, boss with us.
YBB, young black visionary, YBB,
YBB, YBB. See the light and we walk into it, tapped in worldwide. High power, listen to this mind shower. And meditation deep, then it woke me on my sleep. How we still ain't make that leap to where we supposed to be. Could it be a lack of empathy for one another? We bear fruit and we chopping down a tree. Meaning once we taste success, we forget about the rest. Sip until nothing's left, then board a private jet. Nah, that ain't it. We clasp hands like vice grips. We pick each other up more than little babies, kids. If I got it, you get it. If you need it, I lend it. If you hungry, we split it. One important thing for us to see is manipulation through music, news, and TV. Sports and entertainment, those the lanes to aim at. Very few gon' make it. False scarcity, now we see. Whole new age, agrarian sound. It's a whole new age, agrarian sound. Whole new age, agrarian sound. It's a whole new age, agrarian sound. YBB, YBB. YBB, young black visionary. YBB, YBB, YBB. We good people. Why they wanna put the squeeze on us? In their mind they own us, in our minds they owe us. For years they preyed on our fears and we let them. To put it mild, forget them. No more shall we let them. Furthermore, we a blessing to our people that's stressing and the young adolescents that just need some direction so they don't feel alone. No, they belong to a tribe. It's Wakanda One supplying plenty food for your mind and a vibe for your spirit. In your heart you can hear it. Not some hocus pocus, just a little reminder. Stay focused on the task at hand so you can stand firm. Walk through a whole furnace but still don't burn. We build for it tough. Faith opens real doors. We walk through them. Now we running, about to take flight or something. Young black visionaries matter. This is just a sample platter. We got more in the kitchen, serving a whole lot of vision. YBB, 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 Aquarian sound. Young black visionary. One for all of.
Hello. Welcome to the Team Boss Show. I'm your host, MLR 2 times, Jaquez Jicken Jones for the real name. Today is Friday the 26th. Right now, it's 81 degrees outside. The high for today is 90. We probably have a little chance of rain between 5 and 6, so be prepared if it do come. Because you know Omaha weather out here, you never know. I'm about to introduce my team. Whoever want to go first?
I'm co-host Anthony. We're out here with the boss, 95.7.
I'm Diane. I'm Alyssa.
I'm Clara.
And we have some special guests with us. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Shamari Wiggins. My name is David Mitchell.
All right, let's hop into the interview. We have Shamari with YBV that was just being played. That was a very good song. What made you start off with the YBV? How did you get the hook of the song?
So the hook was inspired by my friend, her brand, Young Black Visionaries. Her name is Travicia. Travicia started this clothing brand and lifestyle brand called Young Black Visionaries, where she gives lifestyle tips. You know how to be your best you, and you know I saw her moving and doing things positive, and I'm you know, like minds connect. So I told her, I said, you know, I'd like to make a theme song for your brand. One thing led to the next step. Me and my good friend Coleman Hunter, our band Wakanda One, we came up with the rhythm. We wanted it to be a good, positive vibe, and the lyrics pretty much wrote themselves. Just speaking about being a young Black visionary, you know, looking ahead to the future and creating our own reality.
Mm-hmm. What was the message you wanted us to get out of the song for the young Black youth?
Yeah, I wanted everybody to feel hope, to feel hopeful, and to be introspective, and to kind of just look around at what's going on in the world. And we wrote that in January before COVID-19 and all of that stuff. But we see now the importance of being a young Black visionary. This is something that, you know, we gotta be mindful of consistently. Is innovating our own future, creating our own destiny.
All right, we got David in the building too. David, the owner of Gamers. How your day going today, David?
Good, my young brother. Good. Just been staying busy. That's it.
Yeah. Well, we want to start talking about the protest. Y'all both was down there, right?
Yeah. The Friday at the 72nd and Dodge. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and the Leavenworth protest too.
Well, Shamari wasn't there, but I was present.
You were present. All right. We want to talk about the good feedback and negative feedback y'all both received from protesting.
Yeah, like I said, I was there at 72nd and Dodge. I think it was like May 30th or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That I got a call from a friend. She told me she was down there. I didn't plan on going. Like, I made it a point to say I'm not supporting this because there was no plan, no structure. But my friend told me she was going, and so I went down to see about her. And the good. Let's start with the good. I saw passion. I saw there were some people that were genuinely upset at the injustice system. But I also saw people who were opportunists, they weren't there because of the systemic inequalities. They were more so there just to have something to do on a Friday night, or
Right.
there to cause chaos, or there because their friends was there. You know, so it was a mixed bag. But when you're dealing with something as serious as, you know, a protest, and there's police there and all of that stuff, it's really wise to have a plan and for everybody to be on the same accord.
Yeah.
Because that's my thing about protests is you never know the reason other people are there. And so it's challenging, very challenging.
What about you, David?
So for me, I originally found out about that Friday. I found out because I had a whole bunch of people reach out to me saying, hey, you need to show up. And I was actually, I actually had just finished up doing some stuff out my store. So I was like, yeah, I'll show up. Everything was peaceful. And when I got there, everything started off peaceful and everything started off just fine. But what happened was a couple antagonizers who was just there just to stir up a little bit of trouble, who was on quarantine for 3 months straight and just wanted to come there, go rouse some people up, started to throw water bottles at the cops. Well, the cops in retaliation to them, that small, minute number of people throwing water bottles started to tear gas, blow up canisters in front of us, shoot us with rubber pellets, and also walk around with bats and started to assault us for just simply standing on the sidewalk. And that's exactly what I saw that day. So as far as the positive that came out of the protests, I will have to say it was probably a small amount of positivity that I could really, for my own reason, I can't really speak for anyone else, but for my own reasoning, it was a very small amount of positivity that came out of it. But for the simple fact that when it started off positive, the news stations didn't want to report on it. The media didn't want to report on it until water bottles started to get thrown. As soon as water bottles started to get thrown at that Friday protest, then that's when the media wanted to come and look at these guys on 72nd and Dodge. Look at these black people out here going crazy. So that's where I believe it failed at. But the thing is, when you got so many people out there on 72nd and Dodge chanting and marching, if 1,000 people is out there, 10 people show up and start to throw water bottles, they're going to harm all 1,000 people. They're not going to go after the 10 people. So for me, I just think it just wasn't strategized right. It wasn't organized right, and it could have definitely been better, a lot better.
So the protests all just began because of the racial injustice happening. And why do you think there is so much racial injustice happening right now? Because we are living in 2020. You would think that we're all done with that stuff. Why do you think it's still happening today?
Well, the thing about it is, this has definitely been going on for 450 years. And this is something that has been passed down because this is something that you're not born with. You're not born to hate a person because of the color of their skin or their sexual orientation or whatever the case may be. It's something that's taught at a young age and it's instilled in your mind. So what happens is it gets passed down, but it's not only that, this is a systematic oppression. And what a lot of people are going through, they're also going through a psychological warfare right now. So what happens is, sorry, it's hard to talk under this mask. So what's happening is people are watching the news. They're watching Fox News. They're watching the media. Watch the way Fox News and just any TV news station in general portray young black men and young black women when we are gunned down by police, or if we just do a simple act of kindness. Remember Charles Ramsey, the man who found Amanda Berry, the white girl who was lost or kidnapped for about 10 to 15 years. Yeah. He found, I don't want any of that money because they had a $20,000 reward out. He said, I don't want any of that money. Give it to the girl. Instead of them praising this man, they bring up a criminal record he had 20 years prior. So this is what they instill in us. Even the good black men are still no good. That's what they instilling into people's minds. And people watch the news. That's why it's called television programming, because it programs you at a young age when you're sitting there watching all the time and you're just like, okay, all black people must move and operate this way, but they're not putting crimes that other races of people commit on there. And when they do, look at Channel 7 News on Facebook. They don't post, once in a blue moon they might post a mugshot, but they don't post the mugshots. And I confronted Channel 7 News about that on multiple occasions, because every time when a suspect is black, they always post a mugshot. That right there is systemic racism that they're putting on the people.
Okay, I see. Systemic. Yeah, no, it's a system. And so the powers that be want more of it. They want more money and more power. So it's to divide and conquer. It's to create denominations among people. And in that way, you can also pit them against each other. Meanwhile, you still getting the money. They still are going to be consumers. So like you said, television programming, from a young age, you learn to be a consumer. From a young age, Nickelodeon commercials are what? Lego games and different stuff you can buy and purchase, not how to build your own businesses. And that's like the forbidden knowledge. And so there's so many different systems at work. There's the economic system, the political system. There's the miseducational system. All of these systems work together
and underneath the guise of capitalism to keep you ignorant, to keep the poor people fighting against each other. So this is all created over a long period of time, over hundreds of years. And this is the manifestation of that. This is the result that you get what's happening right now today.
Right.
What do you think is the first step to fixing this whole situation?
Like I said yesterday, I feel like it's education. We spend like a month, no, not a month, one semester of high school in government. That is ridiculous. Like the miseducation system is real. I mean, it's really indoctrination from a young age. You read these textbooks, they don't tell the full truth. They give you a history that people are comfortable with. So that starts off from a young age. But really, educate yourself on what is capitalism. Educate yourself on how the government works, state, local government, city government, national, and then have a worldwide view, have a good worldwide view, and you'll begin to notice some things. That's why when people travel, a lot of times they come back with new perspective, and that's something that's necessary to actually begin to change or revolutionize how things are happening here in America.
There's some companies that are starting to change what they're about. So I know that Disney is changing the Splash Mountain theme from Song of the South to Princess and the Frog, and Quaker Oats is removing the Aunt Jemima from the shelves. Do you think that contributes well to what's happening?
What woman answer this one?
Go ahead.
Let me say this. If they really care about people of color, which these companies don't, what this is woo tactics. These is soothing tactics in order to keep the masses of people, African-American men, African-American women, calm. Oh, we got a little bit of bad feedback, so we're going to immediately change it. And then people praise this company. Oh, you make this change, so you must actually really care about us. If they really cared about us, why is these companies not demanding these church to change the image that they have in there, set up as Jesus Christ, who his real name was Caesar Borgia, who was an actual man who lived, to the actual real image of Christ, of a black man. If you're going to switch the image of Aunt Jemima and whatever these characters' name is, you're going to swap the white princesses to the black princesses, swap the real image of Christ if you actually care about the people. Because and the thing is, growing up at a young age, this picture of Christ, and you see everything is good and pure and white, and not everything bad is black. If you ever read the definitions in the dictionary of the word black and the word white, black is negative, dirty, dingy, unclean. White is pure. This is programming that they give us at a young age. So these is just soothing tactics. So I don't believe these companies actually really care about us. They don't care about black lives. They just care about the black dollar.
Yeah.
And as far as believing, I don't really believe in television because, it's tell lies to your vision. If you break it down, it's tell lies to your vision. Or history. It's his story. It's not our story. It's their story. It's all fabricated.
That's deep.
Anybody down there, what y'all think?
I also heard that Nintendo of America, some of the characters in the games that were originally going to be white, they're switching to black as well. So I was just thinking, why would you, I was thinking just because you want the money, so why would you do that? People are gonna fall for your tricks. So therefore, just stop.
Yeah. What about you, birthday girl?
I honestly think our people have fought so long and so hard for nothing. And it's just what are we fighting for literally here? Because I feel like this isn't gonna end. Racism is not gonna be around for a long time.
Yeah.
Honestly,
honestly, what Bria said was true. Like honestly, as long as like nobody changes, their perspectives, no, like people keep on treating like us like as minorities and like teaching their children, that we're gonna be minorities and that they're superior than us, then like there's not gonna be a really like a change in that keeps on going.
Right.
That's good. Yeah, we so I feel like what they're doing, like it is a soothing tactic, and it's like we're not so much concerned about your symbols of oppression.
Yes.
We want real policy change.
That's right.
Like
Preach.
cut the check, Disney. Y'all got them dollars. You know what I'm saying? How much money? Where the money at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all changing the Princess and the Frog is black. That's cool and all. Where the dollars at though? You know what I'm saying? So look, we not really like even my feeling about even the statues. I don't care about the statues. Have a statue of Andrew Jackson, slave owner, or whoever. Just tell the true story.
Right.
Next to the plaque, say, all right, he was a slave owner. He was a rapist. He killed hundreds of millions of Native Americans.
Yeah.
Just tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because really by tearing it down, you're erasing the part of the truth. Yeah, he stood there, but I'm saying on the plaque, tell the truth about what he did while he was here. And so, yeah, like I said, the symbols of oppression, we're not so much concerned about. We concerned about the actual policies that oppress us.
And I like how you said that. Don't erase the history, keep the history, but tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
And let it stand. I just want to echo what this brother just said right here. Don't get rid of these statues. Let these statues stand, because I'd rather see you for who you are. Would you rather have a fake friend or a real friend? Or a real enemy? I want to know how you really feel about me. Yeah. So let all that stuff stand. And I know they're trying to right now change the name of Burke High School, and I kind of put some thought into
OPS,
it. I kind of put some thought into it. Let that school name stand, so we can know who you really are. Yeah. Don't you changing the name is not going to change the actual system, the actual curriculum behind the miseducation going on in the school system. Carter G. Woodson wrote a book back in the early 1900s called The Miseducation of the Negro. When you actually read this book, you actually figure out that we're being culturally indoctrinated instead of actually being taught. And that's what's going on at these schools. We're actually not being taught real history and real information inside these schools.
You're talking about the Black history, right?
Right.
And because we did see the article on Real Hero about the Burke changing, and we talked about this all together. And we was like, I think Burke is the only OPS school that named after anything. The rest of them is location wise, like north, northwest, south, and stuff. We was like, it should have been named after more important people like Malcolm X.
Oh yeah, they're definitely not going to do that. They still don't want to add that brother to the Nebraska Hall of Fame.
Right. I think they can change
Burke. Lower it down. They just like lower his name down as if he were to never like exist. He were never to be here and cause the change in Black history.
And that's the thing. To be honest with you, God made us all equal.
That's
he made
right.
us so that way we could all work together. He didn't make us so that way. He didn't make us different. He didn't make us to where we're all like scattered around area, like with the same color. He made us that way we can all be equal.
Right.
And to be honest, with all the stuff that's going on, the people who is causing this, who are throwing the stuff at police cars and breaking police cars down, they just need to stop.
Yeah.
Because they're making you guys look bad. They're making us look bad. Because when they start doing that, they're gonna start making people think, what is going on?
In a negative way, you want to stay positive. You don't want the protest to look like a riot, because it's not.
Yeah,
it's just one piece of the picture. And usually when it's one piece of the picture, it's a very small piece of the picture.
Yeah, the way I see it, the government is trying to create a race war between white and blacks and pin us together so they can cause more chaos.
Yeah.
Because the way they see it, chaos brings peace. Instead of it's the opposite.
Right.
You need peace to have peace. Not the other way around.
Yeah, because I've been getting a ton of messages of people trying to instigate me to be able to turn on other races and just be just for black people and no one else, and pretty much just separate myself. But the thing is, we all living in the same house, and this house is on fire. So why would we have an eternal battle and a civil warfare in a house that's on fire? We should all collectively come together, clean this house, and then extinguish the flames.
Yeah. We want to say thanks all the viewers right now. I see viewers on YouTube or Facebook, I believe. Thank y'all for tuning in. Also, I got a quick comment out there for anybody that's looking for a yearly new job to start. Student Transportation of America are hiring. You must be 21 and over. Training offered. You can get your CDL license with the company for free, I believe. And the starting pay is $18.45. The number for the job is 402-991-0267. And the website is sticareers.com. And I did see it's a 1 second while I bring up the article. I just wanted to get y'all perspectives on this.
No problem, brother. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, so both of you are incredible entrepreneurs from what I can tell. What are some mistakes that you wish you could have avoided along creating what you have?
Well, a lot of them. But the thing is, to be quite honest, sorry, someone was just calling my phone. The thing is, to be honest, I don't think I would want to go back and create any of my mistakes, because that's what actually helped me grow as a human being and as a businessman in person. Because I started very young. I started back when I was 14. And then when I turned 19, I opened up my first store when I moved out of my mom's house. So when me going through trial and errors at a young age has made me the man and the businessman that I am today. And I made a ton of mistakes. I made a lot of bad choices, and that I at the time thought was a good choice. But now that I've learned and I've moved past it, now I'm able to flourish in the business world.
Yeah, I feel like one of my mistakes is or was procrastination. Like, I wish I would have just started sooner. You know what I mean? Even establishing my LLC for my media production company. I did that this year, but I've been creating media content since 2015. And so, but at the same time, like this brother said, like, I wouldn't have known how I would feel to do it unless I would have went through the time of not doing it. And now I'm here. Now I recognize it, and I've had the opportunity to, move in a more business-like manner. And just keep in mind, like, you are all businesses. You're business owners of your own corporations. Even right now, it may not be documented, but when you move and operate as a business owner from a young age, you're only going to get more savvy and more wise with your business decisions.
Yeah. So I have a question. How would someone get from a consumer mindset to a producer mindset? In terms of business and creating.
Well, the best way to be able to move on that would to be, first off, when if you have a consumer mindset, if you got the smallest bit of hustle in you, then you already have that smallest bit of business mindset. Because the main thing that you need to run and operate a business is actually have that hustle. And that's something that a lot of people, especially young African-American men and women growing up in the community, have already instilled in us. Especially, I know when I was at a young age, I had to help my mom pay bills. I had to help put food on the table at a very young age. So that helped me put that hustle. But it was when I turned older, when I figured out the actual business engine, the operating engine behind it, so I could be able to learn how to be able to go out and go get my LLC and learn how to be able to do all that extra stuff. So I would have to say the best move, if you want to go from a consumer to a business owner, is to start the hustle and then just stop buying as much. I don't buy much of anything. You see, I'm wearing this Instagram shirt I got for free.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't buy a lot of clothes. I don't buy a lot of stuff because that's the business mindset I have instilled in me. I can go out and go buy a ton of clothes right now, but it's that business mindset I had to put myself in earlier. Don't buy a lot of stuff. Don't do this. Don't do this. Continuously save. That's the best way to be able to do it.
Yeah, stop listening to these celebrities. You know that when they want you to buy Prada, Gucci, Gucci slippers, you name it. All this extra stuff, man. You don't need any of that stuff, man. Stick with the basics, and you know, one step at a time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
When did you know that you were headed in the right direction with your company?
Well, I found out I was heading in the right direction as soon as I actually opened up my first store. When I was able to open up my first store, that was a blessing to me because it was just like, it was something where I still can't even believe, like, I actually have my own store. And I did this against all odds, out of all the people that tried to tear me down, the city of Omaha, the state of Nebraska trying to tear me down. So I would have to just say, I mean, it felt good to be able to get that store open. So
what made you want to do things with video games? Like, what made you want to do? What made you want to do this business? Like,
well, video games, it was something where at first, back when I was a kid, I didn't really take it as a business. I just thought it was a hustle because growing up, that's all we really know how to do is hustle.
Yes.
So I knew how to repair video games. I knew how to be able to, you know, if I got money saved up, I can buy something off you and then turn around and resell it. You know, that was the business mindset I had at an early age. So, but I just always been into video games. My grandmother was the person who actually originally got me into gaming back when I was about 3 to 5 years old. She was very good and talented at games. She used to play the original Nintendo and the Super Nintendo. So when I got into gaming, I was just into it just forever. So, and especially when I first started off, I had bought a Xbox 360 because growing up in the neighborhood I grew up in, you can't really just go out and go buy a new game console right when it dropped. So somebody was selling a broken Xbox 360 for like $25 on Craigslist. I'm like, oh, that's a deal. I bought it, and I already had been repairing game consoles before that. But then that's when I got that fixed and I really studied. I went down to the Florence Library, and I was just sitting there just getting my education game consoles.
Man, I wish I had grandma like you playing games, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I heard a story about you. Somebody brought their game over to you and you hacked it for them, man. 14 years old, man, down there hacking.
You're right.
Yeah. Anybody got questions before I hop on this next thing?
I'll say for me, like my reasoning as far as my business is more spiritual. Like the feedback that I got from like anybody from the youth to my, it was like the music you're creating and the productions you create are impactful on a universal level spiritually. So if you do have like passion in music and art, you know, don't do it just to please the current culture. Like have a bigger worldwide view and how you can improve the world as a whole.
Right.
The time is 10:41. We got about 19 minutes left with the show. Anybody else got any questions for I hop on the next topic?
Someone commented on the live.
Yes.
It says, do y'all believe in white privilege? And she had to explain to her friend that how white privilege shows the difference in treatment between a minority black versus a white person. So what's
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. I can explain it. So when people think of white privilege, they think it's like, oh, they can, you know, see, when I think of something, when they think of, oh, I don't have no privilege because I still got to go out, I still got to go work, I still got to go put in the work. Well, of course, we all do. We all have to go put in that work. But you do have the privilege and ability to be able to drive down the street without getting stopped by the cops. You do have the privilege to know that you do get stopped by the cops, that you're not going to be gunned down in front of your kids, That's what you have the privilege to now be able to do. But having the basic humanitarian that you have as a independent thinking human being is your privilege that you have. That's something that we don't have. Even me still as a business owner who's owned my business for years, that the average bank still won't give me a loan. But I got a ton of Caucasian friends where they can go in, they went into the bank and got $100,000 loan with no business experience, no background, no credit history, no nothing. Also, it's a form, they still have a form of redlining. If you go to a bank, you go to a mortgage company, they will make sure you can't get a house in a certain area. Oh yeah, you can go buy a house in this area, but you can't go get a house in this one. And if you do, you got to go get a conventional loan. A conventional loan means you have to put down 20% of that house value. So if you want to go buy a $400,000 house, you're going to at least have to put down at least $60,000 to go get that house. Who has that type of money? $100,000 house, I got to go put down $20,000. So the average person is going to go work to wherever the mortgage company is going to go put them at. They're going to put them on a messed up loan, and they're going to make it to where you can't go out and you can't pull out early out that loan or pay it off early. If you do try to pay it off early, they're going to charge you all these crazy fees just to pay that loan off early. So that's how the privilege work. That's how I was able to experience it. Also, a privilege that they have the privilege to not have to really go out and go fear getting felonies. Or, going to go get false charge. It does happen once in the blue moon, but it happens predominantly and disproportionately to African-American men and African-American women. I'm actually dropping part 1 of my documentary today at 2:00. It should be about 2 to 3 o'clock. It should be fully out. The brother who's in the documentary was charged of a felony he did not commit. And then they had him plead out to a misdemeanor. That's how they do it, because he had no criminal record. So this man got no criminal record, but he wanted to get this case over and done with. And plus, he didn't have enough money to go out and go afford an attorney. He took the plea deal the prosecutor gave him. That's the privilege that they have. So, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, they still got to go out. They got to go put in that work. They got to go do everything like how a regular human being will have to do. They can't just go out and go, just everything is just handed down easy. But I have the privilege to be able to drive down the street. I get pulled over almost every other day, and I only had one ticket ever in my life.
You get pulled over?
I get pulled over about every other day, and the cops already know who I am.
So like harassment type?
Yeah, I get pulled over every other day. You don't understand it. Every other day, I'm pretty sure they're tracking me. So that's the privilege that they have to be able to not get pulled over every other day. And the thing about it is, I only ever had one ticket in my entire life, but I got pulled over 50 plus times. So how does that work? What am I continuously getting pulled over for? And they want to bring out the K9 unit to go, tap around the car, then search my car. So that's the type of harassment that I go through all the time. And a lot of, especially when it comes down to matching the description. I'm pretty sure Brother Shamari know about that too. When you match the description, where they'll pull you over and say you match the description of a bank robber, Ahmaud Arbery, the man who was gunned down by 2 racist white men because they said he matched the description.
Look like you had a question.
Yeah. Basically, what I wanted to ask was, David, I know you get a lot of hate trying to do positive things for our community. Shamari, I don't know if you've experienced it, but what do you take from that? How do you process it and turn it into something positive and not wanting to retaliate?
To be quite honest, I love the hate that I actually get, because it's the same hate Martin Luther King got. We got to remember, Martin Luther King was arrested and thrown in jail and charged over 50 times every time he went out to go protest. Mm-hmm. Malcolm X was hated and still is hated. Rosa Parks was hated for sitting on the front of the bus. Oh, you're nothing but a troublemaker. You're doing no good by sitting at the front of this bus. For any brother that went out there to go speak on the behalf of Black people, Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass, anybody who went out to go put in that work was always hated. And there's still a whole bunch of people who got that hate, but obviously over time, history vindicated them. But while Martin Luther King was living, he was hated, but now it seems like everybody loves him. Right. When Rosa Parks was living and she sat on the front of that bus, she was hated. Just go watch the old news articles and stuff that they was putting about her. Uppity N-word wants to sit on the front of the bus. So that's the same type of hate I'm getting. So I love it because it lets me know that I'm moving in the right direction. And it doesn't bother me none. It actually gives me more motivation that I actually need to really be out here in the community for the people to really put in this work.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, man, Brother King said it yesterday, man. Hate is just motivation. And personally, man, I don't pay too much attention to it. I see it sometimes. I see a lot of self-hate even amongst my own people. That's what I'm most concerned about. I'm not so concerned about what people outside of my community, outside of my family think. But when I do see self-hate amongst my people, it is painful because that's what's most detrimental to us. Because we can't control how other communities view us. We have to stop being so concerned about how other people feel and think about us. We need to be concerned about how we think about us. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters, and that affects how we move and live amongst each other. So I do my best to share love, to share a sense of community amongst my people, and then so we can eliminate the self-hate, because that's what's most detrimental to us.
Yeah. I got a comment. Elijah McClain. If I mispronounce his name, sorry. He is from Colorado. He was a 23-year-old when he was sorry about that, when he was choked by police and put in a chokehold. Only for walking. He was walking from the store with a mask, and he claimed that it was cold, and it was no reason behind it, just because he was wearing a mask. And now, since it's been going around social media, it's kind of popular right now. The news talking about it. The governor of Colorado wants to appeal a special prosecutor to investigate. What you think about that? Is it pressured, or
from what I know about the case, it happened over a year ago.
Yeah.
And I think it just highlights the holes in the injustice system. This isn't anything new, and I'm certain that there's other cases. There's other cases of injustice, by law or what have you, vigilantes, they've gotten away with. So I want to see justice done in that case. I want to see that case move swiftly, and the truth to be revealed. But the system as a whole, it protects some people that abuse power.
Yeah.
So it's a real challenge, but as a community, the more unified we are, the less likely these things will start happening. Because when we're unified, that message have went out a year ago, and we all on the same page, calling for that, to be justified.
That's right. Yeah, and I just want to echo what the brother was saying. Definitely, I just hope that case moves swiftly. I hope justice does come. But obviously, it is a lot of pressure being put on them, because it's a lot of people actually waking up and seeing the things that's actually going on now. So a lot of these companies is feeling the heat and the pressure, which should let people know that we, the people, actually have the power. Where you got governors and mayors starting to really, really feel this heat, where they feel like they got to come out to come say something. Just a year ago, it wasn't like that. Because they didn't really have that pressure on, but now that they have pressure from all people. But I hope that brother get justice, because this type of stuff happens in the community, and I hope something like that doesn't happen again, but more than likely it will.
Yeah.
What is your view on people saying all lives matter?
My view is they're correct. All lives do matter, but do you actually believe in what you're saying? Because you'll say all lives matter, but all lives really don't matter to you, because Black lives still doesn't matter in your eyes. If Black lives actually did matter, you will be out here advocating for equal rights, advocating for equal justice, advocating for the justice system reform, advocating for politician and elected official reform. This is the things you will be out here advocating for. but you're just really just saying all lives matter, or they go out and go say blue lives matter. They'll hate the Black Lives Matter movement, but will love the Blue Lives Matter movement. No, what they have a problem with is the word black. Because if you could go out and go say blue lives matter, someone who wasn't born blue, who but decided to put on a blue uniform, you say their lives matter, which of course their lives matter. All lives do matter. But the thing is, when you say, I don't like Black Lives Matter, but you got to go say Blue Lives Matter, you just don't like that word black because it doesn't matter to you. And the thing is, me going through what I've gone through, me having my van vandalized with racial slurs, having my stores broken into, all the crazy stuff that I've been through with these white supremacists, it's still a lot of sick and twisted, messed up people in this world that just they won't even admit that they're racist. And the thing is, when you say and you call them out for who they are, I see you, devil, and I know that you are a racist. I see you for who you are. They'll say you're racist. They'll call me racist for calling them the devil, for saying I know you're racist, but they'll call me racist. That's like you tying a brother up in a noose and then he break it free in that noose. And he said, why did you put me in that noose? You're the devil for put me inside that noose. Then you turn around and you start to play the victim. Oh, you're hate bashing me. Oh, you're racist against me. No, you just put me in the noose. Yeah. That's a problem. So yeah, all lives do matter, of course. But the thing is, in order for all lives to matter, minority lives must matter right now in order for all lives to matter, because we all need to be inclusive and we all need to work together to take down this system and make change. Yeah.
Mr. Sherlock was the young man that was killed downtown, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Mr. Sherlock. Yes, Mr. James Sherlock.
Sherlock.
Oh, okay. They set up a hotline. You can check that out on KTV. Type in James Sherlock. Skerlock. Sorry about that. And they got a hotline. If you have any information, audio, video, recording, send to them for the hotline for the case of his death and murder. Because we all seen it for ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, 2020 has been a crazy year. So how do you guys cope with all this madness that's going on?
Creativity is something that it's a healthy, finding healthy outlets. One thing I have seen is a lot of people working out. A lot of people are riding a bike or walking outside, spending time with the family. I think, man, unity is really the cure for all of this madness, because it's good to go through something with other people. When you isolate yourself, which COVID-19 has forced some people to do, and this is really the wrong time to isolate. Really, this is the time to come together with your family, with your friends, with good people. But one of my best coping mechanisms is being with my family.
Right.
Spending time with my granny, my great uncle, and creating. So whether it's art, music, movies, whatever it is, and spreading positivity. Shout out to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are my big inspiration, because I'm saying y'all the future. So looking at the things that can go right, as opposed to getting down in the dumps about what's going wrong.
All right. Man, me and you. I just want to have this quick question. Do we have any features coming up? What's the plan for the rest of 2020?
Man, I love to feature with one of my youth. So of course, man, we could do something.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I like it.
Yeah, man, this is my guy.
All right. So guys, stay tuned. We might have a song, a collab together. That would be nice. Where you see your business at for the rest of 2020?
We got 4 minutes left, guys.
4 minutes left.
How do I see my business maneuvering this year?
Yeah.
I see my business doing great. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I have no complaints. White supremacists, they started a boycott over my store locations. It hasn't worked. I'm still getting ready to open up my fourth store. The thing, what I always tell people anyways, is my demographic is not racist people. It's all people, but it's not racist. If you're racist, you're not going to like my store anyways. because you walk inside my store, you're going to see a black face. That cartoon character that's on the billboards, that cartoon character that's on my van and it's on my windows, that's inside the store, that's on the game cases, is me. And I made sure I set that up so if a white supremacist comes inside my store, we don't need your money, buddy. Yeah. We'll survive without you. So our stores is, I just see my business still continually to thrive and grow.
Because we're gonna get a location more down north, or
the location I'm getting right now is going to be a very good location, but I can't say it. I can't release that information yet.
All right, well.
What do you guys think about when I said we're all equal?
I agree. We all equal, but the thing is, the system needs to actually implement that. And mentally, it sounds good. We're all equal, but it's not really true. It sounds good, but can you see a white man having his neck kneeled on for 9 minutes? Imagine a black officer going to the suburbs and kneeling his knee on someone's neck for 9 minutes.
Chaos. They would do anything.
Right.
They wouldn't allow it.
Right. It wouldn't have happened.
He would have got fired.
That officer would have got murdered by somebody.
Right.
That's what would have happened. They're not going to play.
So the thing is, in all reality, it sounds good and it's the goal, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, because we all need to start making that a thing. Otherwise, if we don't make that a thing, then it's never going to happen.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think along with equality, we need equity. Equity says that having pencils is great. You and me have a pencil.
Yeah.
But I got this one pencil that's very dull, and you got 3 sharp pencils over there. Now, there is equality because we both have pencils, but you got 3 sharp ones and I got 1 dull one. So we need equity, in our communities, and it's around the country, around the world. We need to see ourselves in one another. But I believe in being equal, but I also believe that our community, we need equity.
Well, you can check out IBV at Wakanda 1 and check out Gamers at Westrose Mall and the closest to the north, 72nd.
I don't got a location on 72nd.
It's not there no more?
We've been gone for 2 years there.
Oh, like you heard from the boss man.
Mall.
Oh, you want to give out the locations?
Westrose Mall, 124 for center.
All right. Yes, the time is 10:59. With that being said, our show is now over. Thank everybody for tuning in. Thank the guests for coming in. We appreciate y'all. With that being said, thanks for tuning in to the Teen Show.
Say bye to my YouTube channel.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you
Thanks
guys
for
for
joining
coming and giving
us.
your time to us. We appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, thank you for having us. This is good. This is positive.
YBV, young black visionary, YBV, YBV. I see the light and we walk into it, tapped in worldwide. Hot power, listen to this mind shower. And meditation deep, then it woke me on my sleep. How we still ain't make that leap to where we supposed to be. Could it be a lack of empathy for one another? We bear fruit and we chopping down a tree. Meaning once we taste success, we forget about the rest. Sip until nothing's left, then board a private jet. Nah, that ain't it. We clasp hands like vice grips. We pick each other up more than little babies, kids. If I got it, you get it. If you need it, I lend it. If you hungry, we split it. One important thing for us to see is manipulation through music, news, and TV. Sports and entertainment, those the lanes to aim at. Very few gon' make it. False scarcity, now we see. Whole new age, agrarian sound. It's a whole new age, agrarian sound. Whole new age, agrarian sound. It's a whole new age, Aquarian sound. YBB, YBB, YBB. Young black visionary, YBB, YBB, YBB. We good people. Why they wanna put the squeeze on us? In their mind, they own us. In our minds, they owe us. For years, they preyed on our fears and we let them. To put it mild, forget them. No more shall we let them. Furthermore, we a blessing to our people that's stressing and the young adolescents that just need some direction so they don't feel alone. No, they belong to a tribe. It's Wakanda One supplying plenty food for your mind and a vibe for your spirit. In your heart, you can hear it. Not some hocus pocus, just a little reminder. Stay focused on the task at hand so you can stand firm. Walk through a whole furnace, but still don't burn. We build for it tough. Faith opens real doors. We walk through them. Now we running, about to take flight or something. Young black visionaries matter. This is just a sample platter. We got more in the kitchen serving our vision.
Oh yeah, that's that young black visionary. Wakanda One, y'all. Oh yeah, y'all been kicking in with the boss teams, y'all. Oh yeah, they had a historic. Oh yeah, man. You know, young black visionaries. You know, the next generation just wrapping up their historic interview with my brother David and brother Shamari for their first interview. Historic. We appreciate everybody chiming in, listen to our young black visionaries, without a doubt. Oh yeah, without a doubt, our young bosses. We're going to continue with like another 6 weeks. We're going to be broadcasting at 10 o'clock. They're going to be bringing in some different guests. If you want to be a guest on the teen show, give us a call here. We'll get you booked every Friday at 10 a.m. We'll get you booked without a doubt. So if you want to come in and let us know about your talents, oh yeah, your skills, you know, all that stuff. All right. Artists also, you're a young person, come in, get interviewed by, the boss teens. Let everybody know what's going on in the community. They represent all different high schools, and a couple are going to be going to college. Oh yeah, they're taking their skills to college. Oh yeah, they about it. They about it. Omaha, Nebraska. Shouts out, man, Shamari and brother David. We appreciate you guys coming in, being a guest for the first time. You guys are history makers in themselves, without a doubt. Everybody enjoy themselves. Today is, it is Black Friday. Find a black business to do business with. Oh yeah, just show a little love, little gratitude. We spend money everywhere. And again, happy birthday to Ambria, 18. Oh yeah, 18, boy. I remember I was 18. I was like, I was doing like, you can't handle me. Without a doubt. 18, shouts out to all the birthdays, anniversaries, graduations. Oh yeah, congratulations to everybody that's doing the thing. If you got a new job, light the grill. My homeboy got a joke. Every time somebody did something in his family, they lit the grill. You know what I mean? Johnny got a C on his report card, light the grill. You know what I mean? Tisha, she made on time to work, light the grill. They celebrate everything. You know what I mean? That's life. Celebrate life, y'all. Put a smile on somebody's face. Enjoy this weekend. It's gonna be hot. You might as well get out, do some bicycling, do something. I'm taking on everybody. I'm the greatest dunker in Nebraska, without a doubt. Without a doubt, man. We out of here. Boss with us.
It's just a public service announcement.
Are you tired of hearing about the coronavirus? Well, it's real.
I'm telling you, it's real.
Now here's what I want y'all to do for me. Check this out, man.
Don't panic. If you're sick, stay home.
Stay away from me if you're contagious.
Stay at least 6 feet away from others.
The most dangerous disease. Coronavirus.
Wash your hands frequently and practice good hygiene.
Stand and show these people what time it is, boy.
We can stop the spread of the virus.
Coronavirus. Show me your mouth. Say it.
So stay home, stop the spread, save lives. Most importantly, let's check on our elderly.
Word up, you ain't going out like this.
We're here to keep you informed.
Coronavirus. Just get it real. Don't believe the hype.
In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.
Don't believe the hype.
You may have received the 2020 census form in the mail. It's important to fill it out. It ensures proper funding for public schools, healthcare clinics, and so much more. If you have any questions about completing the census form, members from our community will be in your neighborhood to help. And to make sure you understand your census information is safe, confidential, and important. Like you, we're part of the community. For information, visit nebraskacounts.org. Paid for by Civic Nebraska.
Hi, my name is Brian Page, pastor of the Pleasant Green Baptist Church, located here in Omaha, Nebraska, where we are a Christ-centered ministry that ministers all God's people. You can watch Pleasant Green Baptist Church on KPAO, Channel 22 and 1022 HD on Sunday and Wednesdays at 8 a.m. and 10 p.m.
You can also watch Pleasant Green Baptist Church broadcast services on Facebook Live at Pleasant Green Baptist Church Omaha, Sundays at 10:15 a.m. And you can watch Pleasant Green Baptist Church Sunday service on YouTube at PGMBC Omaha. Pleasant Green Baptist Church is sponsored in part by Media Power Productions.
It's just a public service announcement.
Are you tired of hearing about the coronavirus?
Coronavirus.
Well, it's real.
I'm telling you, it's real.
Now here's what I want y'all to do for me. Check this out, man.
Don't panic. If you're sick, stay home.
Stay away from me if you're contagious.
Stay at least 6 feet away from others.
The most dangerous disease. Coronavirus.
Wash your hands frequently and practice good hygiene.
Stand and show these people what time it is, boy.
We can stop the spread of the virus.
Coronavirus. Show me your mouth. Say it.
So stay home, stop the spread, save lives. Most importantly, let's check on our elderly.
Word up, you ain't going out like this.
We're here to keep you informed.
Coronavirus. Just get it real. Don't believe the hype.
In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.
Don't believe the hype.
You may have received the 2020 census form in the mail. It's important to fill it out. It ensures proper funding for public schools, healthcare clinics, and so much more. If you have any questions about completing the census form, members from our community will be in your neighborhood to help. And to make sure you understand your census information is safe, confidential, and important. Like you, we're part of the community. For information, visit nebraskacounts.org. Paid for by Civic Nebraska.
Hi, this is Rashawn McDonald. This week on Money Making Conversation is singer, model, and actress Adrian Ray, who currently stars in Vagrant Queen, Sci-Fi's new television show.
I am a woman of color leading a sci-fi series, and as much as